A kingdom silences its truth by hiding it in the forest, but the forest always remembers. After the blood spilled at the palace gates, night fell heavy on the kingdom of Ochima. The people whispered of what they had seen, the weeping wife, the crying child, and the king who showed no mercy. But what they didn't know was that the king's daughters lived. That very night, a palace servant, Neka, a nursemaid with trembling hands but a brave heart, smuggled Ulauma, the 6-year-old daughter, out of the palace. Clutched in her arms was her newborn sister, Ifananya, wrapped in bloodied cloth and silence. They fled under the cover of darkness, chased by royal guards through muddy footpaths and the thick bush. Neka led them to the only place the king feared, the sacred forest of Ani, home of spirits and mysteries no warrior dared enter. There, as the girls shivered beneath an old iroko tree, death just a breath away, a voice spoke from the shadows. Children of sorrow, the earth has not forsaken you. It was Debia Nwakego, the feared and powerful priestess of Ani. Her body was painted in white chalk, her voice deep with the knowledge of the ancestors. She lifted the girls into her arms and took them deep into the heart of the forest, where no king's shadow could reach. Years passed. Under Nwakego's care, the sisters became more than survivors. Ulauma grew into a calm and watchful woman, wise beyond her years. She memorized ancient stories, learned to read the signs of the earth, and recited the sacred codes of justice. Her silence held power, her presence, peace. Ifananya, the younger one, grew like wild flame. She questioned, fought, and laughed like thunder. A scar on her left cheek reminded her of how the world tried to erase her, but she refused to be erased. Debia Nwakego taught them not only to protect themselves, but to understand who they were. She revealed their truth, the prophecy, their mother's death, the lies told by their father. And with that truth came a duty. You are the daughters of a king who ruled in fear, but fear is not your crown. You will wear truth instead. The sisters trained under the moonlight, bathed in sacred streams, and spoke with the spirits of their foremothers. They learned to fight, not only with weapons, but with wisdom, with words, with fire. Meanwhile, in the kingdom of Ochima, the king's tyranny only deepened. The throne became a prison of fear. But all storms end. One cold morning, news reached the forest. Eze Agubata was dead. His body, they said, was found twisted and cold, with vultures circling his corpse but refusing to feed. The earth had taken what it was owed. And so, the daughters began their return. Not as beggars, not as victims, but as heirs. Their footsteps echoed through the same forest they once fled as children. And as they emerged from the trees, the winds of Ochima shifted. The daughters are coming, the people whispered. The blood of the king walks again. But not everyone rejoiced. In the palace, the elders gathered. Some feared them, some laughed, and some began to sharpen their blades. Because tradition was about to be tested, and nothing threatens power more than a woman who remembers.